What's up? I'm Aaron, sober life coach. I'm a coach out there, and I've been sober for the past 7 years, and I was able to do that without AA or rehab. And today we're going to be talking about something that was very near and dear to my heart. It's killing the myths that alcohol told us. Alcohol lied to us. Alcohol told us all these things that it promised to do all these things for us. And what actually happened was it didn't do any of these things for me. It promised that it was going to give me stress relief. It promised that it was going to give me relief from my anxiety. It promised that it was going to give me all these things that I thought I needed in my life, and it was the solution to my problems. So what is what I thought it was, but it was actually not the solution to my problems. It was actually making my problems worse and making those things in my life a lot harder for me. And one of the things that really it promised me to do was give me health, right? It promised that it was gonna make my life better and it's gonna make me healthier and happier. And those things that I thought, that alcohol was gonna, one glass of wine or beer. We talked about this yesterday in the videos that one glass of wine or beer was healthy for me and was something that was gonna really enhance my life, and that was a lie. It was all a lie. The studies were flawed. We talked about that yesterday. World Health Organization came out and said that these studies were flawed. Alcohol is not good for you. It actually causes cancer. It actually causes all these horrible diseases, and that you shouldn't even drink a little bit of that. And that was one of the lies alcohol told me. And another lie that they don't tell you, or something that is a little known in the recovery space and a lot of people don't talk about, is dehydration in alcohol as well. Alcohol, they say alcohol is going to make you healthy and all these things, but it actually makes you dehydrated and makes you feel like crap. It makes you foggy and stressed out, and that could be easily fixed by just having a little bit of water, getting hydrated. So that's something that we want to talk about today, so we're going to do that. So that pounding headache isn't alcohol. It's actually dehydration sometimes, right? And what the alcohol does is acts as a diuretic, flushes water and electrolytes out of your system, leaves your body running on empty, and it also creates brain fog and fatigue. So, have you ever had those moments in your life where you're like, oh man, I have such a crappy hangover, and all those sorts of things? Well, the reason you feel awful, the brain fog, is less oxygen to your brain. So, that brain fog you're getting is actually less oxygen to your brain, right? The cravings get amplified because dehydration mimics hunger, dehydration mimics all these things in your brain, and that's going to make your cravings even worse, which is crazy, right? And then you can have an energy crash. Simple tasks just feel heavy because you're dehydrated. Your body's you're not a lot, not and your brain's not aligning itself in the proper way. So that's why you feel awful. It's not necessarily even just the alcohol, which is a poison. It could also be just your lack of water and hydration. That's really holding you back there. So you drink, right? You get dehydration, you get sleepy, you get fatigue, and fatigue equals the cravings, and you just repeat. That's kind of the loop that's going on here, right? So you drink, you're dehydrated, you feel tired, and then the tiredness causes cravings, and then it's just kind of repeat on a cycle. So you're not weak, you're just drained, you're dehydrated, and your body's kind of screaming for help, right? So, how does dehydration trigger cravings? Well, alcohol, like I said, is a diuretic. It makes you flush out the water, the electrolytes, faster than normal, right? And brain confusion, right? You get brain confusion with mild dehydration. You can feel like hunger, anxiety, or a need for something. The brain often mistakes that signal for a craving. Isn't that crazy? And if you trained yourself to reach for alcohol, that's where it goes, right? So it's not even necessarily the alcohol you're craving or the solution you're craving to your stress, anxiety. Sometimes it's just your body just wants water and to be hydrated, and that kind of mimics cravings as well. So you have fatigue and fog. Low hydration reduces oxygen, glucose supply to the brain. You feel sluggish, irritable, and restless. That restless energy gets mislabeled as I need a drink, right? So that could also be the fatigue and the fog is low hydration because it's reducing oxygen and glucose to your brain, and you just feel sluggish, right? I didn't know this either. This is kind of a crazy fact for me as well, that how much important hydration is, especially if you're drinking a lot, right? And then when you're drained, your brain wants a quick fix: sugar, alcohol, caffeine, a jolt of dopamine, and that's exactly what's happening for a lot of you. Is your brain, you're dehydrated, you feel like crap, and your brain wants that quick fix. So it's telling you, well, hey, why don't we drink some alcohol? Why don't we have some sugar? Why don't we have some caffeine? Those kinds of things is what you're is just dehydration. So that's kind of crazy, right? And the craving dehydration cycle goes like this. You drink alcohol, dehydration, get brain fog, fatigue, your cravings intensify, you drink more, and it's not weakness, it's your loop your body gets stuck in, right? You get stuck in these loops. We can talk about habit loops. We're also going to talk about health loops as well, because I think that's super important to understand when you're getting started with this. So what's the fix, right? What can we do about it? Well, next time your craving hits, hydrate first. Give a big glass of water with electrolytes or a pinch of salt, or squeeze a lemon, those kinds of things, and wait 15 minutes, see if the crazy craving eases, right? Notice the difference. Many times, what people felt like an urge to drink fades when your body's rehydrated. So just try this. Next time a craving hits, you have nothing to lose, anyways, right? So try hydrating first. Get a big glass of water, put some electrolytes in it. You can buy electrolytes, or you can just put a pinch of salt, or squeeze a lemon in there. And wait 15 minutes, right? See if that craving eases. Does it go away? And then notice the difference. How many times what felt like an urge to drink fades when your body's rehydrated? How many times is that going to actually work? It's one of these little tips and tricks that I wasn't aware of, but I researched this and I was like, wow, that's actually kind of cool. I wish I would have known that when I was quitting drinking, because it would have made things a lot easier. So maybe you're just thirsty, right? Because cravings can absolutely be a dehydration signal. And hydrate, reset, and you'll often find the need for drink isn't really about alcohol at all. It's just about rehydrating your body. So that's kind of a crazy thing that we can learn about is just this hydrating your body and taking care of ourselves and having this, this habit of, eating right and exercise. And one of those things is hydration, which is super, super important to your life and my life as well. I drink a lot of water. My wife's always wondering why I'm always going to the bathroom going pee, but it's because I drink a lot of water, and I know, and that really helps flush out things out of your system. So I thought this was kind of a cool little tip that I didn't know about, that really is going to help you guys get through this. So we're going to use the Dare to Be Sober framework to kind of get you to where you want to go today. So, the first thing we do in Dare to Be Sober framework is we're going to disrupt the thought, right? Is this really an alcohol craving? Is my body just asking for water? Next time you have a craving, ask, is this really alcohol? Or is my body just craving or asking for water? Maybe that's the reason, right? And ask yourself, did I drink enough water today? How do I feel? Tired, foggy, restless, or maybe I'm just thirsty, right? What happens if I hydrate before I decide? What happens if you just take that big glass of water and then wait 15 minutes and decide if you want to drink or not? Maybe that's going to be the thing that you need, right? And reframe. Cravings don't equal weakness. It's often dehydration disguised as desire, right? And you can also reframe it as alcohol drains me and water is going to restore me. Healthy eating is going to restore me. Those healthy habits that we're going to put in place, those are things that are going to restore us to get to where we want to go. So definitely a great reframe. And then we're going to execute. Before reaching for a drink, grab a tall glass of water. Try that out. Add electrolytes, lemon, or even sparkling water. Then wait 15 minutes. Let hydration prove you don't need alcohol to reset, right? Let's have that glass of water. Let's put some lemon in it. Add some electrolytes. Let hydration prove that you don't need alcohol to reset. Maybe it was just dehydration, and that this is not every single craving. This is not going to be every single time you have a craving for a drink, but it could be something that you just throw in there to kind of have a plan and see what happens. Maybe it was dehydration for you. And a lot of people, they find out that it is dehydration and that they just needed the glass of water and need to start taking care of themselves. And that's exactly why they're having that craving drink. So it's one of those things that you can just throw out there, try it. Let me know. You can always email me at aaronosberg@soberinsix.com, or you can just DM me on Facebook. I would love to know what if this actually works for you, if you were just dehydrated, because it's super interesting to me that this is one of those tips that kind of fell through the cracks in a lot of places, and I wanted to really point that out for you guys so that you guys had another tool in your sober toolbox to kind of get you to where you want to go. So if tomorrow your first horizon is what I call horizons, right? There are these things we look forward to, and your first horizon is your next sober morning, right? If you reach for a glass of water instead of alcohol, how will you feel tomorrow morning, right? Are you going to feel better if you don't have that drink? Probably, right? Is that guilt and that shame and that anxiety going to fade over time? Yes, it's probably going to fade. You're setting healthy habits of drinking water and nutrition and all these things. So maybe tomorrow morning you'll feel a lot better if you just have a glass of water instead of a drink, right? Because and don't you don't have to be perfect about it. Action before perfection is the power move here, and we can reset and take back control that way. So our action steps of today are disrupt, right? We're going to ask, is this all really an alcohol craving, or am I just asking for water? Is my body asking for water? Ask yourself, what happens if I hydrate before I decide, right? What happens if you just take a drink of water, put some lemon, electrolytes in there, and then you decide what's going to happen? And what happened? Try this experiment out, and what happened with it? Did it work? Did it not work? Let's see what happened. And then reframe. Cravings are weakness. It's often dehydration in disguise. A lot of times it's just, you just need some water, which is crazy to think, right? And then execute. Before reaching for for the drink, just grab a tall glass of water and see where you're at with that because that's definitely something you can add in your sober toolbox to see if that works for you. And then when in doubt, dare, right? Disrupt, ask, reframe, and execute. Print that post it, use it. It's there for you guys to use. And that's all I have for you guys today. So go out there and try a glass of water. Maybe a glass of water is something that's maybe it won't cure your cravings. Maybe it won't, make them subside forever. But it's something that you can look into and just try it and see if your body. I was actually just craving water. Wouldn't that be crazy if that's all you want? All your body needed was some water and not alcohol. So that would be kind of a crazy thing to think about. So, anyways, guys, thank you. Hope you like this tip video today. Thank you so much for letting me be your coach, your guide. Life is so much better on the sober side. If you want to join me in the 7 day Kickstart challenge on through email, you can join me at sober6.com/kickstart and we kickstart coach. And we will, if you click that link, you can be sent and sign up for the email list. If you are also looking to move forward in the next 30 days, Sober October is coming up and you want a coach, a guide, some accountability, some extra support there, you can always book a sober strategy call. That's the first step into getting into the sober morning reset coaching program. Spaces are limited, but I would love to have you on the sober strategy call, and you'll get clarity where you're at. I'll give you a 30-day plan right there on the call, so you can leave with something to move forward with, even if you don't get into the coaching program if it's full or you decide that it's not something for you. Anyways, guys, have yourselves a meaningful day. I will see you guys in the next video tomorrow, and say so, my friends. It's so much better on the sober side.